Hey, people, hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today I want to go over the Paimon bargain star glitter characters. Obviously, a lot of these characters may have been power crept or whatever, they haven't changed in the so many years Genshin has been up. So I just want to give you advice on whether or not they're worth it. To be honest, the wishes might be better than picking up any of these characters, in all honesty. Because you're always going to get like a 4-star every single time you 10 pull, so these are worth like a 10 pull. So first of all is Xiangling. Still meta, still one of the best off-field pyro DPSs. Has one of the best and easy to get best in slot weapons in the game. Very easy to build, one of the easiest characters to build in the game. She usually comes at the same time as Fischl. She is also one of the best characters to use your Paimon bargain star glitter on. She's definitely one of the best characters in the game, who only gets better when you give her constellations. Very easy to build because she only uses this one weapon that you're gonna eventually pull. Artifacts are all very good. You should basically be pulling for both of these characters if they're on a banner. It's a good banner. And yeah, if you can get any more copies of these as soon as possible, that would be grand. So Noelle is like a main DPS, a shielder, and a healer. She's definitely one of the characters that you can main in the early game. She's very easy to build because her weapon is white blind. She uses only defensive artifacts or attack artifacts, whichever you want to use, and she's pretty good with like this gladiator set because it boosts normal attack, and she's a normal attack character. There's obviously different artifacts that you can use. She recently got a buff with the lunar crystallize, so if you've been pulling any of the recent banner characters from Nodcry, she does more DPS than she used to. All of her constellations are pretty much good, but like she doesn't get her defense scaling until much later, so you don't want to like super focus on defense till later on. But yeah, she's definitely one of the ones that you might want to like actually like pull, like spend the Paimon's bargains star glitter on. Beidou is a character that's still pretty good. She's not meta anymore. Obviously she will get like some replacements down the line, mainly like Cookie Shinobi and some other characters are way better for what she's supposed to do. Her skill is sort of only situational. It's like a defensive tank skill, which sort of holds her back from her truest potential. She requires a lot of energy recharge, meaning she wants like Favonius Greatsword or some of the other sort of hotly contested weapons for the other Greatsword users. Her off-field electro damage is okay from her burst, and you can sort of build her towards the burst, and she sort of holds up. I wouldn't actually spend my star glitter in getting more copies of Beidou. I would actually just save it for a 10 pull, and if you really do like her, pull her when she's on the banner for a 5-star, because she's not really gonna like make your account any more stronger by spending that star glitter on her. Next up is Ningguang. I think you get a copy of her for free. Ningguang is quite hard to build. She wants like really good weapons like the Solar Pearl, which are like a BP weapon, or like Mappa Mera or Widsith or something like that, which you're probably going to want to be using on your other Catalyst DPSs, which makes her sort of not really that good. Her skill isn't really that great, her burst isn't that great, and her whole build's around being a main DPS and sort of putting down more stuff to generate Geo Shockwaves. She's just not spectacular. I wouldn't spend star glitter on her. She's sort of a character you just sort of are not that upset if you roll her in a wish or something like that, but I wouldn't be spending the star glitter resource on getting extra copies. Ningguang, she's just okay at best. Xingqiu is one of the best characters in the game. Extremely easy to build. Has lots of free-to-play resources that you can use to build him. You get a free copy of him. His constellations aren't like spectacular, but they're all good. I would say he's okay for like using your Star Glitter on if you want extra copies of him, but you will eventually like come up in the banner or some shit like that. So his constellations aren't that worth it. I mean, like, just him with no constellations is just great. So I would maybe hold off on using your Star Glitter on him, as he's not like that much better at C6 or whatever. So yeah, it's up to you whether or not you want to spend on him. It's you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, really, I'd say. Razor just got a major buff recently, making him a actual viable main DPS. He does just require some support with like Fischl and other characters like Bennett, but he definitely could be your main. He doesn't super pop off until C6, but like, if you're just starting the game and you're sort of looking for a character to sort of pour a lot of resources in who will sort of carry you through the game, him and Noelle are definitely really good characters that you could try out, as you don't really get that much in free-to-play. And I mean, outside of that, I mean, if you're getting 5-star DPSs at this point, like Flynn's and stuff like that, like, yeah, he's not gonna like get to that point unless you have all your best supports like Chevrouse and stuff like that. But he's perhaps worth the Star Glitter, but surely up to you. Ember's debatably the worst character in the game. There's few characters as bad as Ember. It's just based on her perhaps early development. Her skill only sort of acts as like a decoy for enemies, which is sort of useless, as there's lots of skills that can do way more than that in this current meta. And her burst sort of is lackluster. Outside of that, I guess she's a pyro bow user, so she can do like elemental attacks, sorta. But even at max constellation, she's not really doing anything that any of the other bow users can't do, like Fischl or whatever. You know, it's she's absolutely terrible. I mean, maybe pull her eventually, but she's barely ever on the banner, and you don't really want to spend your Star Glitter on her. Bennett is one of the best characters in the game. He's stayed meta in every single season of the game. He's never going to stop being meta. He's one of the best characters that you could pull for. He's one of the best characters you can spend your Star Glitter on. You don't actually get a free copy of Bennett, so basically if he ever is up on the Paimon's bargain, spend immediately. You don't have to C6 him though. I mean, a lot of people are up in arms about whether or not you should C6 Bennett or not. Is at C6 he gives a pyro infusion, but before that he gives like an attack buff that is universal, but the pyro buff is just like it makes it all pyro, so it only has certain reactions. Either or is completely fine. He's busted. He has incredibly like high attack. He has good healing, and yeah, the only thing about him is he has this problem where he can only really be effective in a small AoE. But yeah, he's gonna be one of your workhorses if you get him. Lisa's probably down there as one of the sorta worst units in the game. It's not that like she's completely terrible, like she has things that she can do, but she's sort of like an electro main sub DPS that wants time on the field but sort of doesn't. She's just not really worth the Star Glitter at all. I guess she's sort of hard to build because she wants DPS weapons. Her artifacts are hard to build. Everyone was expecting her to get a buff, but she didn't get a buff, and yeah, just really like don't spend your Star Glitter on her. Fischl or Beidou are way better uses of your Star Glitter if you want to use Star Glitter at all. Barbara is potentially one of the worst healers in the game, but because she's a healer, she's sort of good. None of her constellations are spectacular. At C6, she can revive a party member who's been downed. But really, like, everything up till C6 is just completely useless to what you might want to do with her. There's certain builds around artifacts like Maiden's Beloved, Ocean Hued Clam Set, etc. But constellations don't really affect that. All of her constellations are about energy generation so that she can do her burst more, which there's no way for her burst to damage. and eventually she just overheals, you know? So, I mean, with Ocean Hued Clam set, she can do some stuff, and I mean, she is a Hydro Catalyst user, but you really wouldn't want her for any of that. I wouldn't use the Star Glitter on her, personally. Kaeya's not bad. You don't get really any other free Cryo character. I mean, you might eventually will pull Kui, but obviously Kaeya is better than Kui. He's not great, but he is off-field Cryo DPS when you might not have any off-field Cryo DPS. There's Xiangling and Rosaria, but you have to pull them, and he does have a pretty decent C6, so it's really up to you whether or not you want to build them all the way up to that point. If you pulled Xiangling or Rosaria and you have more constellations than them, I mean, it's really up to you. But outside of Kaeya, you might not have a Cryo character, so it's really up to you whether or not you want to use them or not. Anyway, this has been my opinion on all the 4 stars that are up for Paimon's bargains. Don't get the fucking weapons either, they're pretty shit, to be honest. You really just want wishes. Things that you can wish for are a lot better than a lot of the stuff in the Paimon's bargains thing. Yeah, I've pointed out which constellations, characters you might want constellations for, and give you a little bit of description of all the characters, so it's really up to you. Don't just listen to me, make your own judgment. But obviously a lot of people might fall in love with Barbara or Amber, you know, it's really up to you. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.